Titans fans, we have a developing story for you here on Titans Today. I'm your host, Jace Andrews, and we're going to talk about Will Levis and Ryan Tannehill, who's going to start on Sunday against the Seahawks. Well, we got a report today that, guess what? Ryan Tannehill is taking first-team reps, and Mike Vrabel officially announced that if Will Levis is unable to go, it will be Ryan Tannehill. We got this report from Teron Davenport, ESPN's reporter for the Titans, and this was kind of a little bit of a surprise. We talked about yesterday how Mike Vrabel was yet to commit to Ryan Tannehill being the starter if Will Levis is unable to go. Today, he said no. It will be Tannehill if Will Levis cannot play this Sunday. Now, there's a lot of things we have to talk about, and we'll get into an update on Will Levis, what this means, and kind of who you expect to see on Sunday. But I'm telling you, this is why you subscribe to Titans Today, because we're bringing you the latest on your Tennessee Titans right as it happens, and you're going to get videos every single time there is news, breaking news, whatever it is, we're going to have you covered. Plus, we got live watch parties and fun times all around here on Titans Today. So join one of the largest growing communities here on YouTube with the Titans and hit that subscribe button today. We'd really appreciate us. We're trying to go for 8,000. We're only about 30 people away, so we'd appreciate it. You could be one of those 30 to hit that subscribe button. Now, this does not mean that Levis won't go on Sunday. In fact, he actually was still there. He did not practice, but he did not have an ankle boot. He was not with a limp. It was very clear this was way less serious than Tannehill's high ankle sprain he suffered back earlier in the season and last year. Now, he actually spoke to the media. He said that he made it abundantly clear if he can play, he's going to play, saying that he's always had that mentality. That's called dog mentality from Will Levis. You want to see him on the field. Obviously, you want to keep him safe as well. There's a lot of things with that. But funny enough, he did not only walk in without a boot or a limp. He was not practicing, but he said that he has a gut feeling that he'd be okay to play without practicing. So this man already knows that, like, okay, if I can't practice this week, I already missed one day today, I missed tomorrow, I missed Friday, well, then I'm going to be fine because I can still play no matter what. If I don't practice, I can still go out there and play for my team. At the same time, though, this is a guy who you look at as a potential franchise quarterback going forward if you're Tennessee. And a high ankle sprain is nothing to kind of scoff at. And the way he got rolled up on it looked like it could be a lot worse. So do you risk playing him this Sunday at all? Well, let's open it up to the Titans fans, as I think you may be the most important ones to ask this question, because Will Levis is going to be the Titans guy for the next 3 years, as it looks like right now. So do you play him, or do you sit him and avoid injury? Let me know in the comment section below. Type P if you're playing Will Levis and you want to see him on Christmas Eve, or type S for sit if you know you'll take Tannehill's bullcrap, put him out there, and just lose anyway, whatever. Listen, I'm being hard on Tannehill. I don't think he's going to be anywhere near caliber of ready to play. So let me know. Type P for play, type S for sit. What are we talking about here on Sunday? Let me know. The reason I'm so hard on Tannehill is because he is not good anymore. This guy was great back in 2020. He knew what he was doing. This year, not so much. The touchdown to interception ratio right there is very clear. 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. There is a reason that this guy was going to be benched even if he didn't get injured. I don't think that there is a world of possibility that Tannehill can come in to the game on Sunday against the Seattle defense that has played very well, that just beat the Eagles, mind you, and win a game. I think Will Levis might at least learn something from experience. I think he gives the Titans a better shot to win. Now, do you want to win anymore? Well, that's kind of here or there. Obviously, you want a better draft slot. Winning doesn't exactly help you now that you're eliminated from playoff contention. But at the same time, it's Christmas Eve. I just don't want to see Ryan Tannehill play. I got to be quite honest. This guy has been, listen, I will take a step back and say this. Tannehill, what he did for the Titans organization was great. He came in here and he did a lot of things that had not been seen since literally the first years of Marcus Mariota. And I appreciate that. But there comes a time where it's not you anymore. And this is the time. He's not exciting to watch, and Will Levis is. He brings some sort of excitement to this team that Ryan Tannehill just doesn't offer. Now, if we look at this depth chart, you kind of saw this yesterday if you watched it, and you notice this change here. We had Malik Willis as QB2. Well, obviously, if Will Levis is going to go and Tannehill is QB2, and Tannehill is going to start, that makes him QB2. So, what does that mean for Malik Willis? This might be the end. I have to be quite honest. It's kind of surprising. You pick him round 3 out of Liberty, and now he's not even the backup scenario for an injured quarterback when he's the one that is going to be on the roster next year. And Tannehill probably will not. I don't know if that bodes well for the kid. I understand that in the times he's had the opportunity to be on the field, it hasn't been great, and you have to take that. But I think at the same time, you also look at this from a perspective of he's a third-round pick that was kind of determined as more of a Lamar Jackson style of quarterback, a Robert Griffin III style quarterback of I'm going to run a lot more, even Jalen Hurts, that style of quarterback. They didn't use him like that. In fact, that's just not the way Mike Vrabel runs his offenses, and he never really worked. So it just stinks for Willis because now you have a guy who will probably be the backup quarterback next year who is not going to have any experience if Will Levis doesn't play because it'll be Ryan Tannehill. Now, at the same time, Ryan Tannehill hasn't played that good. Maybe he doesn't play good this Sunday, and they bench him again for Malik Willis. We don't exactly know, but guess we'll find out this Sunday. Now, if you want to go to the game this Sunday, you want to go to any sporting event or music or comedy, well, guess what? Game Time has you covered. That's the sponsor of today's video, and you can get $20 off your first purchase if you use code TitansChat. We'll tell you how to get that $20 off right here, right now, as Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for sports, music, comedy, and theater events in your area. And you shouldn't have to worry about buying tickets to your next big event. So Game Time is going to give you the peace of mind when buying tickets with their best price guarantee. They've got things like last-minute ticket deals, flash deals, and even zone deals that help you save an average of 18%. It's also very easy to find tickets for every kind of event, and you get a view from the venue before you even buy the ticket. Their app is super user-friendly. In fact, I use it pretty much every weekend at this point. I'm trying to go to college basketball games. I'm going to concerts. I'm going to sometimes even theater events. I don't know. I'm going to check out everything I can, and Game Time is perfect because they literally have every single event in my area, and they have the same for you. You can go into their app, and within 2 clicks, you go in there, you see the tickets, and you get a little 360 view of your seat before you even pay. Now, I mentioned that code TitansChat to get $20 off. Here's what you do. You're going to download the Game Time app and then go to the redeem code section and use code TitansChat to get $20 off your first purchase. So do yourself a favor, take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TITANSCHAT for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets at the lowest price guarantee. All right, what now? The Titans are eliminated from playoff contention, and you possibly just lost your rookie QB for some time who has brought a spark to this team that, I'm being quite honest, has not been seen in a little bit. Has not been with this team since the playoff run back a couple years back, beating the Patriots, obviously. I don't think there's really been much excitement since then. But you have to look at this team from the human element. These guys still want to play. They're football players. They're athletes. They're competitors. They're going to go out there and play their butts off no matter if it means nothing or if it means everything. And I liked the way Azeez Al-Shaair put it. He was asked about, man, you're eliminated from playoff contention. What are you going to do now? Like, what's the point of playing? And he said, well, it's playing for the guy next to you. Playing for your own individual pride as well. I'm not going to let anyone whoop up on me just because we are eliminated from playoff contention. I love the fire, Azeez, because listen, I'm not going to go out there and let somebody whoop on me just because I'm eliminated. And that's exactly the way everybody should go out there and play. It's not just to sit down and die. It's a, hey, we got to go out there and play for our own pride. Now, Azeez is one of the few defensive free agents that I think the Titans are looking to keep. And the other one being Denico Autry. I think these two guys are probably the top priority. And they were also both asked about free agency coming up here in the upcoming offseason. Given that this is the first time the media has gotten to talk to them since they have been eliminated from playoff contention, those questions can now start to arise. Denico Autry, we'll start with him. He said this. It was very short, very sweet, but I think it was a good thing. It's a good fit for me, and I like it here. So it is what it is. And that's all he said. I like to hear it. I got to be quite honest. Given he said it's a good fit, I like it here, he's having a great year, and I think the Titans really value him. You can see it on the sideline. Jeffrey Simmons and him have a really good relationship. Mike Vrabel and him have a really good relationship. Overall, he seems like a good fit, just like he said. In fact, I think he's been one of the better fits really on this Titan team all year. He leads the team in sacks and has been an absolute pleasure to watch all season long. I want you to get in the comments and name a free agent you would like the Titans to sign, as I think there's a lot of options. And ultimately, there could be a chance for somebody out there that you could add to Azeez Al-Shaair or Danico Autry. I'll also include them. They are free agents, so if you'd like to see Danico Autry, you'd like to see Azeez Al-Shaair being signed back, go put their names in the comments as well. I want to hear what Titans fans are thinking about for the 2024 offseason. The sack totals I mentioned. Here's why Danico Autry is so key. He is leading the league in sack, leading the Titans in sack at 11. Now, here's the other thing. Harold Landry, who also back, yeah, he has 8.5. The Titans are the only team in the National Football League with 2 players of 8 sacks or more. That's a linebacker and a defensive end, a defensive tackle. That's really nice to have when you have 2 different types. Obviously, Simmons being injured, he still has 5.5, and then Arden Key with 5. You like to see this, and you want to keep as many people on there as possible. Let's go down to Azeez. He was also asked about free agency, and his was a little bit more of an intricate response. He said, honestly, I have not thought too much about him. Like last year with San Francisco, I was in free agency process. I didn't think I would end up in Nashville. I kind of learned from that process that I just got to let it figure itself out. This isn't a bad statement. I don't think it's something that we need to harp on and look at and be like, okay, well, he never said, I like it, I'm coming back. He's been PR trained in some way, and he's one of those, he's been through this before. He's been through the free agency process. He's not going to go say, oh, I'm going to be here, because if he says that, the odds of him getting a bigger contract, probably a little less. Listen, Danico Autry, in my mind, I'm pretty sure Rand Carthon and Mike Vrabel have sat down with him and said, hey, we're going to pay you a big check this offseason. We want you to stay. With Azeez, I think he's still on that fringe of maybe he'll need to get a bigger contract, but he wants to stay with the Titans. It's kind of a middle ground with them, so he's not going to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to stay here, because then that contract could decrease. Now, he is going to be a top priority for this Titans team as we go forward. He's played very well, but an under-the-radar type star, I think, is the way you would want to kind of say that. Overall, been a really kind of young and key piece to this defense, and has been, in some ways, the glue. There's been injuries all over the board. And Danico Autry, although has been great, when you're on the line, it's kind of hard to control the game, whereas Azeez, playing in that linebacker role, he can go play in coverage. He can come down and blitz, which he likes to do a lot. But overall, is really a kind of commander of the defense, so to say. Now, if you want more Titans news and rumors, make sure you subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. We're just going to keep you covered all the time on Titans news, Titans rumors, and pretty much everything in between. And as always here, Titans fans, you know what to do. Tighten up.